Jennifer stood at the window, sadly looking at the snowflakes flying by. A New Year's Eve was approaching, and she was not in a festive mood. Her dog Archie and the books she had bought last weekend were waiting for her at home, but she couldn't even begin to read them because of the New Year's Eve mess at work. And now, all the reports were done. She could breathe easy and finally sit down in her favorite armchair, turn on the electric fireplace, and open a book that she had been dreaming to read for a long time. Remembering her dog and books, Jennifer even cheered up a little, and the fact that she would have to celebrate the New Year alone, since her parents had gone to relatives in another city, did not upset her too much. She could not go with them because she had a duty on January 2nd. After the work, Jennifer decided to go to the store. The variety of New Year's Eve merchandise dizzied her. Without noticing it, she took a basket full of decorations, and only at the cash register she realized that she had really overdone it. But she decided to keep it and decorate the house with new garlands and tinsel. The city was sparkled with bright lights, and Jennifer wanted to walk along these beautiful streets, but she remembered Archie in time and quickened her pace. Her father usually took him for walks in the evenings, but now her parents were out, and Jennifer had to take care of him. As soon as she opened the door of the apartment, the dog sharply jumped out into the entrance, squealing to indicate that his patience was about to end. Jennifer immediately put a bag with the purchases on a night table in a hallway, took a leash, and ran with Archie on the street. The dog jumped out into the street and rushed with all his paws to his favorite tree. The walk did not last long. It was very cold outside. Jennifer was noticeably cold in her overcoat over a light blouse after about 20 minutes, but Archie did not want to go home. He was running around in the snow, tossing up and catching his favorite rubber toy, which they always took for a walk. Suddenly, the dog rushed away from her and pulled Jennifer as hard as he could. Archie had never allowed himself anything like that, and now such an action was incomprehensible to Jennifer. He ran to the cars parked in front of the entrance, and looking under the neighbor's car, he barked loudly. Jennifer approached, peeked behind the car, and stopped in confusion. There was a man sitting against the driver's door with his back to the car, already covered with a snowdrift. It was her neighbor, Marcus. Different thoughts flashed through her head, but Jennifer quickly pulled herself together and approached the man. Making sure he was alive and breathing, Jennifer began to stir him up and only now realized that he was drunk. Marcus was 8 years older than Jennifer, and as a child, she told her parents that she would grow up and marry him because he was the most handsome and the smartest. Her parents nodded and smiled, and when Jennifer was 15, Marcus was already married. By that time, she had stopped dreaming childish fantasies, but still there was some resentment. After the wedding, Marcus had changed a lot. He looked unhappy, but this was the first time she had seen him drunk. She hurriedly took Archie home and knocked on the neighbor's door. Marcus's wife opened. "There's your husband asleep by the car. Take him home, otherwise he'll freeze to death. The frost is getting worse. You can keep him for yourself. I'm not stupid to carry a drunken man. He should have thought when he was drinking," the beautiful, well-groomed woman rudely replied and slammed the door right in front of Jennifer's nose. The young woman felt horrible. Jennifer went back to her apartment, still thinking about Marcus. She hoped that the woman was joking after all, and now she would come out and help her husband to come home and warm up. Jennifer couldn't find any peace, and after 5 minutes, she went outside one more time to make sure Marcus was no longer near the car. But he continued to sit in the snow with his back to the car. Jennifer decided to go to her neighbor again, but as she approached their apartment, she heard the loud sound of the TV set and was stunned how his wife could calmly watch TV when her own beloved could have died of hypothermia. She could not believe that people can be so indifferent, but then it hit her that she herself is not much different from this woman, if it indifferently allowed a man to be outside. Jennifer went downstairs where her father's friend, Mr. Bell, lived, and he was just coming out of the apartment with a big bag. "Oh, hello, princess," as he called her since childhood. And here I am going to the village to my family. They are already there, 2 days preparing for the new year. And I just finished with work. Do you want something? You see, Marcus has been asleep, drunk near the car for a long time, and his wife refused to take him home. Mr. Bell hurriedly closed the door and hurried outside. He threw his big bag into the trunk of his car and ran up to Marcus. He never drank. His wife must have driven him crazy. He tried to wake him up, but it didn't work. The man lifted Marcus under his arms and dragged him to the right floor, and Jennifer again rang the familiar doorbell. Marcus's wife looked through the peephole and shouted through the door to take her husband to where he was drinking. Mr. Bell did not answer, just shook his head and turned quietly to Jennifer. Princess, can I bring him to you? I have to go, and we can't leave him alone like this. He looked at Jennifer questioningly. Jennifer agreed, and Mr. Bell laid Marcus on the sofa in the living room, took off his shoes and outer clothing, and began to rub his feet and hands. After a few minutes, he began tossing, opened his eyes, looked around, and turned on his side and continued sleeping. Well, all right. He'll live, but he needs a good sleep. It's scary to think what would have happened if it hadn't been for you. Mr. Bell shook his head. Nobody would have seen him there. It's all Archie, Jennifer replied, stroking the dog, curiously looking at the sleeping guest. Well, that's it. I really have to go. My family is waiting. I'll run, and you look after him. And when he wakes up, make some chicken broth. Don't be lazy. The neighbor winked enigmatically and left, and Jennifer covered Marcus with plaid and, turning off the light, left the room, closing the door behind her. She poured hot tea and sat down comfortably in her favorite armchair with a book in her hands. During the interesting reading, the night flew by unnoticed. Several times, Jennifer looked into the room to make sure that Marcus was sound asleep. On returning from a morning walk with Archie, Jennifer made a broth of chicken with greens. Her father rarely drank, but such mornings her mother always made him broth, and he ate it with pleasure and said that he had the best wife in the world. Jennifer went into the room to see how Marcus was doing, and found him sitting on the couch with his hands on his head. "Good morning," she smiled shyly. "Where did you come from?" Incomprehensibly, Marcus began to squeeze his temples with his palms. "I live here, and you're my guest. Mr. Bell brought you here. Archie and I found you sleeping in the snow." "Really? I don't remember anything at all." "Wait, why didn't Mr. Bell take me home?" "Your wife refused you home drunk." Marcus's face changed, and he thought. Jennifer decided to diffuse the atmosphere, and asking him to wait a minute, went out of the room and then returned with a cup of hot broth in her hands. "Here, this will help you." Marcus accepted it without further ado and greedily drank every last drop. "Magical. You saved me not only yesterday, but now. I thought I was going to die right here, but you didn't let me. Thank you for everything, and I have to go home." Marcus got up, took his outerwear, and left the apartment. A couple of hours later, Jennifer happened to look out of the apartment and saw how Marcus's wife was getting into a cab, and the cab driver was stacking 2 large suitcases in the trunk. Jennifer had never been happy about other people's misfortunes, but at this moment, her heart raced for some reason. The woman tried to remind herself that it was not good to even allow such thoughts, and decided to distract herself with the preparation of New Year's Eve dinner. Thoughts of Marcus kept coming back, intrusively suggesting different possible developments. What if he came to me to celebrate the new year? What if he's my destiny, and that's why it all worked out this way? She couldn't get those thoughts out of her head until the evening, when the table was set, the lights were on, and the mood left much to be desired. The doorbell rang. Marcus stood on the doorstep with a New Year's bouquet of white roses and spruce twigs. "Hello, neighbor. Let's celebrate the new year together?" Jennifer accepted the bouquet with a smile. Since then, for 20 years, Marcus gives his wife, Jennifer, the same exact bouquet on New Year's Eve, and when the eldest son asked why he gifted the same composition all the time, they both answered in one voice, "It's a tradition."